Lots and lots of people talking about Amazon Singapore. It's a very interesting marketplace. I am not selling there yet. So just to be super, super transparent with you guys, I don't want to bullshit you. I'm not selling there yet. I know there's a few folks who are. Little bit. I know there's a few folks who are selling there within the AOE community, which is friggin' awesome. But so far, it's not a market I have launched in, not because it's not something that's interesting, but because I've been doing other things, launching other products in other markets, and so we just haven't got to it yet. That's really the bottom line. But it's a very interesting market. So, it's a new market, and because of that, you don't have things like PPC or coupons or promotions and things like that there yet, as Greg says. So how do you go about launching in a market like that? Well, here's something that I love about this. When you don't have the easy solutions, it's actually very easy to get a huge advantage, because the easy solutions, everybody uses the easy solutions. Everybody uses them. Because why wouldn't you? They're easy. But when you have to think creatively, then you can get a huge advantage because so few people do. So by being in the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs, you're already privy to loads and loads of insider stuff that we do that you can use to get a huge advantage. So let's think about Amazon Singapore. How could you market your business on that? So typically, we would look to launch using outside traffic sources. So that would typically be things like Facebook ads, which I've already showed you tonight, Google ads, things like that, okay? However, you should always go check out what the prevailing social media, other marketing available channels are within that given country, because you never know, you may discover something new. And if you go and check out Singapore, you'll discover, just like in India, for instance, that the prevailing social media platform there is a piece of software called WhatsApp. And so WhatsApp is very, very popular in Singapore. The guy who... Can I tell you that? Yeah, the guy who... Well, I have a bank account and a company over in Singapore, and I communicate with my guys in Singapore via WhatsApp, because that's what just everybody uses, okay? Same in India. In my Indian business, WhatsApp is the go. So that gives you some information. And so now you've got to say to yourself, well, okay, so everybody's using WhatsApp. How can I use that to launch my product? So let me show you how to do that. So if you don't have this already, let me give you the link. Here's what you need to do. Dun, 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 send to all. And if you're watching the recordings, just go to whatsapp.com/business. What you want to do is you want to download the WhatsApp app to your phone and make sure that's on there. And then go along to your Facebook page. So let me tell you the strategy first. That's probably a good place to start, Neil. And then I can show you how to do it. So the strategy will be, everybody uses WhatsApp. So the question is, how can you put your advertising message into WhatsApp? Well, turns out Facebook owns WhatsApp. So it's actually pretty friggin' easy to do. All you need to do is link up that shit, all right? And then what you would do, just like in any launch endeavor, you will set up a marketing campaign through Facebook ads that targets WhatsApp messages. That's the guts of the strategy, okay? To do that, you'll need to do a couple of things first. So the first thing you've got to do is you've got to go download the WhatsApp app onto your phone, so you've got that for business. And then what you want to do is link up, let me just pause my screen, is link up your Facebook for business page. Where am I now? Okay, cool. I can do that from here. So here's a Facebook page. And if I just scroll down here, you can see underneath Instagram, there's WhatsApp over on the left-hand side. So you can link your Facebook page for your brand or product, whichever one it is you're doing, to your WhatsApp account. And by doing that, you then get to run Facebook advertising campaigns directly into the inbox of a WhatsApp inbox for your people who you're interested in targeting. That's our strategy. That's the strategy to do, okay? Super easy to do. You just need to download, then integrate. I'm not going to click on it because I'll have to give away loads of shit that I don't want to give away. And then from there, it's pretty simple to actually set up your campaign. Probably the best Facebook advertising campaign to set up will be so let me backtrack a little bit. What you need to do is set up a Facebook campaign that will allow you to put a link to either to your Amazon product details page or to a landing page, depending on what you're doing, within the message. And the different ways you can do that, off the top of my head, is either by, when you set up your Facebook ad, setting up as a reach campaign or a brand awareness campaign, and possibly as well, although I'm not 100% sure, an engagement campaign. I'm pretty sure those three will allow you within a WhatsApp message to get what you want to do. Okay, so you choose your audience, choose your placements, and then add in your own website URL at the appropriate time, just like in any normal Facebook marketing campaign that we do. And then under your call to action, you select send a WhatsApp message. So that's the big difference between it. Again, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but that gives you enough to actually go in there and start tinkering about with it, and you'll see very quickly. It's actually very simple to do, just like any other thing. The hardest thing about it is actually just downloading this and clicking the link to actually link the two within your Facebook business page and the WhatsApp page. That's the hardest thing to do. Yeah. Good question, though. I like the way you're thinking. I like the way you are thinking. I think the Singapore market, I mean, for me, it's a very, very interesting market. And the reason I haven't launched there yet is because right now, you've got access to Singapore. Singapore, there's 4 million people. Of those 4 million people, probably 1.5 million at the most are very, very wealthy expats, so people who are working in Singaporean companies from overseas. So 1.5 million people. The other 2.5 million to 3 million are going to be Singaporeans who are wealthy, but by no stretch of the imagination are they as wealthy as Australians, for instance, okay? In terms of GDP per capita at that base. So it's only so many people, 1.5 million people. For me, right now, I don't get that it is a market that is the priority for me only because of that. However, I think there's a massive, massive opportunity probably in 6 months to 12 months, because what will happen is Amazon will use Amazon Singapore as a way of accessing the rest of the Indonesian marketplace. When that happens, it will be nuts what goes on. I'm sure of that. But right now, it's not happening. Anybody that tells you that it is simply doesn't understand how Amazon works, and you should ignore them. Right now, it is not a access point into the rest of Indonesia. Right now, it's Singapore. That will change. Right now, it's just Singapore. Hey, thanks so much for watching that video, and I hope that you got some massive value from it. Before you go, do you live in Australia? If you do, this is for you. Would you like to learn how to sell things on Amazon here in Australia? Would you like to know what sells really, really well and what sells for the maximum amount of profit? Would you like to know where you can source those products from, whether that be in China or here in Australia, and how to source them so you pay bottom dollar and get maximum value for what you're doing? If you do, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and you'll learn that and much more. It's the exact same information that people like Jeff from New South Wales have used to make $45,000 a month on Amazon, that Sue, who's from the sunny coast, has used to purchase herself a brand spankly BMW every single year as a result of her e-commerce business, and the lovely Kate from Bowral in New South Wales has used to make $32,000 a year on a month, not a year, a month on Amazon, and indeed Anthony, who makes $15,000 a month on Amazon, selling, as he puts it, odds and sods. If you'd like to learn the exact same information that they use to maximize their profits for their Amazon businesses, subscribe to this video, like my channel, post below if you want me to teach you something. Okay, I'm out of here. Speak to you soon. Bye. Subscribe. Do it now.